Hello guys, today let's look at the strategies you should use to create spaces and open up the opponent's defense. And so without wasting much time, let's jump into the video. Switching sides may sound simple and a lot of players look at it like it has no any effect, but this is a bread and butter strategy which can open up any defense, especially tight ones. You can switch sides in two ways and be more creative with it, like faking directions and go back to alternate side. So let's see two ways of switching sides. Number 1, using the lobbed pass. Here you spot your free player to other side of the pitch, then you hold square on your controller, about 3 to 4 bars of power, at the same time pointing the left analog towards that player, and that's the most known way of switching sides. Then the second way is by just passing the ball all the way to the other side of the pitch, and this one is the effective one because you can be more creative with it, including faking that you're switching to the other side, then you do the opposite. By the way, let's see the reasons why sometimes you have to switch sides. Sometimes the situation comes when the opponent has many defenders loaded on one side. By default of FIFA, defenders tend to overload on the side of the ball automatically, like here you see, this side is free and see this big space, because almost all the opponent's defenders are loaded on this side. And the first reason why we switch side is to escape pressure and beat the opponent's press. Again, take a look at this exact clip. Here I switch the ball to other side, but as the ball is traveling, look at the opponent's defenders' body movements. They are all shifting to this side where the ball is traveling to, but when you rewind back to the moment before I switched, the opponent had more players on this side, and I had little space to utilize. But when I switched to other side, see these spaces are being left, and that takes us to our second reason. To open up spaces and break the opponent's defense. Since when the opponent's defenders are moving to this side, they just walk, and this means they take long to position back in close spaces. But when building up, you can not only just move the opponent's defenders only, you have to move your team also and control every situation, and that takes us to our second strategy. Controlling your off-ball players manually is one of the crucial skills used to maintain and keep possession in a lot of situations. We're all familiar on how to trigger our off-ball players, so in brief, 1. Sending players forward. And here we have two ways we can do it. First is the pass and move technique, where you press the pass button, at the same time holding the L1 button on your controller. So after your player passing the ball, he will immediately start the forward run animation towards the opponent's goal. Secondly, we have the L1 trigger. The player doesn't even need to touch the ball, you just point the left analog towards the desired player you need to send forward, then tap on the L1. After that, player will begin a forward run animation. Sending players forward, you create more passing options in your build-up. This makes it hard for the opponent to pressure your team. Mostly you create through passing options with your wingers and strikers, and if the opponent doesn't defend well these passes, he will get punished. It even increases the speed of your attack, giving hard work for the opponent to defend your build-up. We have the second way which you can use to control your off-ball players, and that's calling them short. To call your player short, you point the left stick analog towards that player, then you tap on the R1 button, he will immediately move near the ball holder. This trick we mainly use it to create passing options. Sometimes the AI players run into the opponent's defenders and just take long time to run back, so calling that player short will help you a lot in those situations. So it's a mixture of reading the opponent's defender movements, switching sides, and controlling off-ball players. These are three main strategies of build-up, so if you need other build-up tricks in addition to this, make sure you check that video in the description. Let's finalize with this example. I pass to my winger. I control the ball safe away from the pressure, I dribble for some seconds, then I pass to my fullback. I realize this side is overcrowded and opponent has many defenders on that side, so there's little space to use. That's why I decide to switch to other side. So here the opponent immediately runs towards me with his defender. That's why I triggered this player to come short and receive the ball. I pass first time and beat that press. Now we have stretched the opponent's defense and we have a lot of spaces to use, so just need to observe what he's doing with his defenders, then we react and counter it. Here he tries to cut this pass and I read that, so I decide to drive through the wing. He had no option but to chase down my player, so he overcommit and I perform a simple skill move and beat his defender, and now everything here, it's all about chance creation. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching.